Good day and salutations, my friends. So happy to have you here and see all of your beautiful faces. Today, we're going over my complete setup and updated setup tour from one I did last year. Last year's setup tour was a bit of a lengthy one, and my setup wasn't close to being completely done. It's still not completely done, however, far beyond than what it was then. So I want to bring this updated version to you guys because I got a lot of questions from people in my chat during one of my live streams asking, can we get a setup tour? So here it is, my 2021 updated gaming and YouTube setup tour. So to start off, I want to show you guys what my stream background looks like. If you were to tune into my stream, what would you see when you look at me and what's behind me? And the way my stream background looks now is actually a recent adjustment to my setup as a whole. If you guys are regular in the streams, then you'll know this firsthand. As soon as you saw this video, I've been like, this looks completely different than what I just saw in one of your recent streams. And I like this layout a lot more because it kind of opens up a lot more options going forward, a lot more room for customization, the way that my desk is set up, which I'll show you guys soon, and the way my background is laid out. You can see how much space is behind me now as opposed to before. It just leaves a lot more room for me to set up different things, play around different things, let my room kind of grow and develop in the future as I please. The only thing that's going to need some adjusting is this table over here that you guys can see. I have that there now temporarily. I have some ideas for this side of the room, which I'll go over later. All right, so I just want to quickly touch on some things in the background that I like and that maybe you guys want to know more about, and I'll leave links to everything you see in today's video, or at least most things, in a kit link I have down in the description below. If you click on that kit link, it'll take you to a page where I have all of my setup laid out with Amazon links. So those are Amazon affiliate links. So anything you buy through that, I do get a small kickback on. I am not sponsored by anything that you see here today. This is all purely stuff that I bought with my own money and or was gifted to me by my wife, friends, family, whatever it may be. So all the stuff you see here today is tried and true things that I have personally bought and personally love and wanted to keep in my setup. The first thing I want to talk about is the lightning light you can see right above my hand here. I bought this forever ago. It's just a nice little neon fake kind of light. It's very plasticky. It's built very cheaply, but it's lasted me quite a long time. And it's just a nice, cool little feature to have in the background there. There are more expensive versions of this that have more of an RGB feature and ones that can be mounted on the wall. However, I wanted mine on a shelf, which you can see over there. So it's doing the job that I wanted it to. And straight diagonal down from that is this light down here. This is a gift I got from Christmas from a family member, which is technically an oil diffuser, which I do use that feature of it. However, other than it smelling good, it has another feature, which is the RGB light you can see on there right now. I can change it to pretty much any color under the sun. No app for it or anything, just a button that says light, and you click it however many times you want to get to the color you desire. Then you can see these posters behind my head on either side of my head here, which are just quotes from The Office. I'm a huge Office fan. Kind of gives the viewer a little bit of a sense of personality. And they're also completely homemade by my wife, so shout out to her. And probably the biggest and most attractive thing I have behind me that people want to know about is the RGB strip light I have behind me. This is an RGB light by Govee. It's one of their better RGB strip lights. This strip light pretty much has every feature you can think of. Anything from the brightness, color, even colorize different sections of the strip light if you wanted to. It's Wi-Fi capable, so it can connect to other third-party apps, like among a crazy amount of other things that it can do. Govee lights are some of the cheaper and better lights you can get on the market right now. All right, so we've gone through the stream background. Now it's time for the stream setup. So here it is. I'm going to walk through everything vlog style, and I'll throw some B-roll on over this so it's a little bit more entertaining. But I guess we'll just start with what holds all of this up, and that is my desk setup. As you can see, we have a nice wood finish desk here. This is from Home Depot, and it is technically a butcher block. They aren't necessarily cheap all the time, but I felt like it was worth it to have something stable, something that was going to be holding a lot of stuff, even though some of my monitors are mounted. And obviously, it just looks really nice, and I felt like to this point in my life, I just wanted a really nice looking desk, as opposed to a cork filled one you'd get from Walmart or Target or Amazon or something like that. And then under that, we have these little desk risers, or actually like little table legs. They're pretty cheap, aluminum, hollow, but I just need that extra little lift for my chair so I could fit under it. And then under these legs is the Alex drawers. That's what obviously gives the table the most amount of lift. I have identical ones on either side. It's great for storage. It's great for, well, storage. Next thing I want to get into is the accessories on my desk. Don't worry, we will be going over the PC, which is hidden, tucked in the corner back there. I know that's the big thing that everyone technically looks for when they're watching these kinds of videos. That is coming soon, near the end of the video. But for right now, let's look at the accessories I have sitting on top of my desk. This right here is a mouse pad, a cheap mouse pad. I actually have a new one I just ordered today on the way because I don't really like the black one. It's just a generic black long mouse pad. It just shows a lot of stuff. I don't know if you can see it. There's like a little ring here from when I set like a cup there or something. It holds a lot of stuff. You'll see if you get one that's all black, and I don't really like it. It looks gross. And it wears pretty easily. But I have a newer one coming with a little bit of a design on it to hopefully hide those kinds of things in the future. And then sitting on the mouse pad, we have the Logitech keyboard. And of course, this is the white version. There was a black one available, but I really like the sleek look of the white one. Now for the white version, it is only tactile switches. So if you wanted like clicky or linear, anything like that, that only comes in the black version. They label this one as their tactile white, and that is all the white comes in. And then moving on over to the right of the keyboard is the mouse, also from Logitech. If you couldn't tell, I love Logitech. This is the wired version of their G502 Hero. To get it wireless, you need to pay an extra $100 just to snip off that cord right there. And that is something I honestly did not want to do and pay for. I couldn't really justify paying for it. Although wireless sounds nice in theory, that mouse works just fine, and it isn't really that much of an eyesore. Moving on to the right of that, you'll see both of my controllers. They are both Elite controllers. This is an Xbox Elite controller. This is a Scuf controller from Scuf. I'm not gonna go too much in detail about those. I have a video about comparing both of those controllers, which I'll link above right here. Both great controllers. I don't think you can go wrong with either, but for a full breakdown, controller versus controller, be sure to check out that video. And then again, moving on to the right, we have another, you guessed it, Logitech accessory. This is their speaker system, which I have a speaker there and on the left side here, and a nice big subwoofer underneath my desk. These Logitech speakers are, I just can't say enough amazing things about them. They sound amazing. I can edit with them just fine, hear everything super clearly, super crisp, fully customizable RGB, which is awesome, and the bass is absolutely ridiculous. If you have the budget and want to splash a little bit of cash on yourself, I think these speakers are a great buy. Now moving on to what's behind my monitors, I have a light source there and one there to light up me while I am streaming. This is my main, what I call a key light. That is a technical videographer term. It's my main light, what mainly lights me. And then over here, it's not really coming in frame, but it's more of a yellowish hue because it's more of an accent light or a motivating light for that light over there. So it almost looks as if that light is what's lighting the side of my face over here because of that. But that's just a little videography thing that really I probably only notice, but I go the extra mile with everything, so I like to have it. And now, this, where I sit my caboose in for hours on end while streaming, this is my gaming chair. It is a gaming chair from Respawn. I got it on Amazon. It's a little pricey, but I think it is overall a good chair. I'm sure there are way better out there, but for my budget, what I was looking for, I felt like this was a good buy, and I've been pretty happy with it ever since. Now going to my microphone, I have the Audio-Technica AT2020 Plus USB version. This is a great microphone for anyone looking for a great sounding mic, because of course that is a huge, huge plus for streamers and YouTubers in general. That is one of the main things that you should be spending money on is your audio. And if you don't want anything super pricey like a Shure SMB or any of those XLR microphones, this USB version of the Audio-Technica it's great. It does the job, and honestly, for the price, you're getting a really good microphone. Then some other little knickknacks I have, obviously a little bit of greenery, because who doesn't want some greenery on their desk? A little fidget toy I have right here, my Galaxy Buds, because I used to be an Android user for like 6 months before I decided I want to go back to iPhone. Little productivity notebook, which I should be using more often than I do, because it actually does really help and it's really cool. And I actually dive into that a little bit more in my day in the life video, which I can also link above. And then this stand right here is just for my phone. And now let's move on to me monitors. None of my monitors match any of the other monitors. This is a 27-inch by Sceptra. I think that's how you say it. Don't really know. It's an okay monitor. It's one of my first monitors I ever got when starting this process, because when you're first starting out, you're buying whatever the heck you can afford and whatever does the job, which is totally fine and what you should be doing. And as you move along, you upgrade. And what do you upgrade to? First, I upgraded to this Dell monitor, which my controller is blocking. It's a Dell 32-inch gaming monitor. It was actually pretty pricey. And like I said, it is 32 inches, which for gaming isn't necessarily ideal. It's not the end of the world, but I also wanted to double as a workspace monitor. I didn't have a third monitor, so I figured this would do the job, and it did for quite some time until I realized, hey, I got a little bit more budget. I want to spend money on a real gaming monitor, downsize a little bit to this 27-inch gaming monitor by LG. LG is amazing. Again, not sponsored by any of this stuff. Just through various reviews I looked up, I saw that this was one of the highly recommended gaming monitors. It is a bit pricey, but well worth it if you're in the market. Now, as for the layout of them, obviously it looks kind of like an L shape-ish. You can see none of them are really the same size whatsoever. And before I switched this up, I had that monitor right there above my gaming monitor, and that monitor is a little bit more pushed to the left there. And I didn't really love that layout. It didn't really allow me to move things as I please in the future if I want to adjust things here and there. With this, I can. I have a lot more customization and movability with my camera, which I sit right here that I stream with, which is what I'm using right now to film this video. I can pretty much move it anywhere I want in this setup. I used to only be able to sit over here to the right of my monitor, because obviously, like I said, those were double stacked, so I can't really put it above me. That'd be way too high of an angle. And as far as my PC, which used to sit right here, I have it over here. This is a pre-built, yes, I said a pre-built, by MSI. Is the MSI Trident Plus. It is a beast of a PC, although super slender. Obviously, it's not the prettiest looking thing. I didn't really customize it. The case isn't really that great. But as far as the internals go, it is a great PC. It does the job, and it allows me to game and stream and edit and anything I need to do on the same PC, and I just can't say enough good things about it. So if you're looking for a pre-built and you don't want to go through trouble building your own, MSI has great PCs. And to the right of it, you can see I have my headset there, which I just need to sneak back there because there was no great place to put it up here, because the 850s need to plug in via USB into your PC, and the cord isn't long enough to put it all the way over here where there would technically be room, and over here just covers my monitor. And so I decided, you know what, I'll just put it over there. It's fine. Oh, another thing I forgot, under my desk here, another accessory, which to the right of my subwoofer is my foot switch, or foot pedal, whatever you want to call it. This has saved my butt so many times. This is probably one of the best purchases I've made for my setup, because a lot of people that I game with do not game on PC, so I can't talk to them through Discord. I also don't have a Stream Deck or a Go XLR or any of those things for audio. So this helps me to talk to my teammates in game by pressing down that foot pedal and then letting go, so I can talk to my chat without my teammates hearing me and being annoying. Great purchase. If you don't have one, get one. It is super cheap, under 20 bucks, might even be under 15 bucks. And yeah, get one. And as far as my desk setup goes itself, that's pretty much it. Minus, obviously, I have these technically sound panels I have in the back here, just a little bit of design just to kind of spice it up a little bit. Eventually someday it would be nice to get some sort of RGB back there. I know that's what everyone's obsessed with, but for me, you know, that isn't crucial to my gaming or streaming success. So what I have there right now is totally fine. That clock is broken and only right twice a day. And then over here to the right, this is a table I mentioned before when I was talking about my stream background a little bit, and I sort of, it kind of catches the edge of the table in my streaming camera, but I kind of wanted another table in here for a different setup when I'm recording YouTube videos, instead of people who watch my stream all the time see the same angle all the time. It'd be nice to make it a little bit more refreshing, something new, so that way when I'm recording videos, it's not always just the same thing, same background, and you know, just something to spice up a little bit. I'm still playing around with it. I don't know if that's where I want that table to live. But I definitely want to use it for future videos, or maybe even buy a new one. I have to spray paint that one. I don't love the blue. But yeah, that is my 2021 gaming / YouTube setup. I'm actually really liking it, and as time goes on, I can almost guarantee you my setup will change drastically. I love to do this kind of stuff. I love to change things up all the time. Just kind of new, fresh look, fresh perspective. It kind of makes me excited to create again. Just kind of feels like I'm in a whole new environment, even though obviously I'm not. But right now, I'm digging this. I'd love your guys' thoughts. Leave them in the comments down below. What do you think of my setup? What do you think I could add to my setup that would make it just that much better? And what is one thing in my setup that you feel like you could use in yours to really help enhance the look and feel of your stream and YouTube background? And as always, that's all I have for this one, and I'll catch you next one.